Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about cheat meals. Should you be having them? Are they ruining your progress? How do you do them properly? But before we dive into that, we're going to have a lovely, sexy Turkish wrap. Right, to start off with, when we're using oil, we first of all want to make sure that we are pouring it into a measurement device, such as a spoon like this. And the reason why is, there's 9 calories per gram in oil. That's a lot of fucking calories if you do not measure it. So tablespoon, teaspoon, more than enough. Before you dig me for the absolutely appalling presentation of these wraps, it doesn't matter, they still taste good. Now before we get started, it's very important you recognise that no matter whether you're doing a cheat day or not, you still need to make sure you're hitting a certain amount of calories per week. This is what we call your weekly calorie target. Now that you know that weekly calorie target is what matters when it comes to losing weight and gaining muscle tissue, this is a week split up into 7 days. So going from Monday all the way to Sunday. As you can see, trying to hit your weekly target by having every day exactly the same calories would be, in theory, the better way to approach it. But that's not always the case. The problem with it is you might be socializing one day. You might find that you create cravings and you want to binge. You might find that even though you've hit your calorie target, you actually don't want to have any more food, and that's completely fine. Maybe you literally don't feel hungry. There's so many reasons why this is not necessarily the best approach when trying to lose weight. Right, now what I've done here is I've added a number to the week. We're looking for 14,000. So if your target was 2,000 a day, you would have 14,000 calories per week to play with. Now what happens when we want to have a bit of a binge on the weekend? What I've done here is I've now taken away 5 days out of the week, dropped it down by 200 calories a day, making it 1,800 a day. What does that mean with the 1,000 calories that we have left over? Is we add the 500 calories to each day of the weekend, meaning that in the weekday we're hitting 1,800, and on the weekend we're hitting 2,500. That leaves a lot of room for socializing, donuts, bakery, all the good stuff that you like to eat that you can't fit in Monday to Friday. Right, now what I've done is I've actually taken away that Sunday binge, gone back to 1,800. What do you think that does to our Saturday? That is what it does. And that is what you guys can do. You can have a cheat day as many as 3,200 calories, as long as the rest of your days is 1,800. And your target for the week will still be hit at 14,000 calories, which means you'll be able to lose weight whilst eating the foods you want to do on the weekends and still get the results you want. But I can hear you right now, but does it make me fat? No, it doesn't, because calories in versus calories out is the proven method to lose body fat and body weight over time. That being said, if you weigh yourself the day after a binge day, you're very likely going to gain some weight. Now, why is that? Now, the reason why if you have more carbs one day that you gain weight the next day is because of something like this. 1 gram of carbohydrates will also store 4 grams of water in the cell. Now, if you look at a muscle cell here, you can see that 1 gram of carbohydrates, which is the green, is also then filled up with 4 grams of water. Now, this also means that when you do have a day where you're not having as many carbs, you're also going to find your weight goes down, which is why low carb diets tend to see a lot of people lose weight quick. Now, that being said, losing weight quick doesn't mean you're going to lose weight in the long term, because what it really comes down to is your calorie deficit. And now you're probably thinking, do I still need to track my cheat day? And the answer is yes. It's very important if you're trying to lose weight that you're sticking by the weekly calorie target, meaning you can't just binge and eat what the fuck you want. You need to make sure that you're tracking at least your calories so you know how much is coming in versus going out. Now I get it, we all want to eat food that we like, but as long as you're tracking your food, then it doesn't really matter. You can have a burger, pizza, donuts, kebabs, little cream crown, croissant, does not matter. What matters is that you keep your weekly calorie target in check, and you can do this through multiple ways. So what can you do? Step 1, calculate your calories. If you look in the description below, I will leave a link that you can do that for free. Step 2, split your calories over the week based on the days that you want to have more calories. It can be 1, 2, 3, or even 4 days if need be. Number 3, adjust weekly. If you've got a wedding coming up or any special event, then you might want to adjust your calories so you can have more calories on that particular event day. Number 4, keep tracking. I know tracking is not the easiest or most exciting thing to do in the world. However, it will keep you in check with your goals so that you can have those binge days and still get the goal you want. And lastly, enjoy the journey, because nothing matters more than enjoying the journey that you're on. The fact is, if your whole motivation relies on you getting the result, that means every day you're not going to feel like you're there. And that is not a good way to live. You want to accept where you are, you want to enjoy the journey and enjoy the process as much as possible. I promise you it will make the difference with getting in shape. But if you've been watching this far and you liked what you saw, like and subscribe and give me some ideas about what you want to see next and share with your friends. Thank you so much.